Alright, this is Unit 1, Section 5 homework. This is the first page, 1 through 10. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Number 1, I don't have to solve. It already has x by itself, so it is solved. So I just have to look at this symbol right here. So if you look, well, first off, let me label my graph. I can put my number 4 anywhere I want to. Okay. And my symbol, it's not underlined. That tells me that I have an open circle. Okay, it's not closed or filled in, it's open. And because x is greater than, that means my arrow is going to go to the right. So from here, I just go to the right and I'm done. That's my answer. Okay, let's go on to number 2. On number 2, notice how x is on the right side of my inequality. So to make it easier, I can pretend there's a mirror there and I can rewrite it and just flip the sign. Okay? And now I can cover this up and I only have to look at this part. This is my answer right here. Okay, so I'm going to label -1 on my graph. And I look at my symbol right here. See how it's now underlined? Underlined means it's a closed circle, so I fill it in. And because x is less than goes left. Okay, so from this circle, I just go this direction, and I'm done. That's it for that one. On to number 3. Okay, similar thing. I already have x, so I just have 9 anywhere I want to put it. And my symbol is not underlined, so I have an open circle. And x is less than goes left. So from here, I just go left, and that's my answer. So these are pretty quick at the beginning. There's no steps, just graphing. Okay, so next one, x is on the right, so I'm going to do a mirror, rewrite it. Okay, so I have 13 somewhere, doesn't matter. And my symbol is underlined, so I have a closed circle. And x is greater than, so I'm going to the right. And that's it. Pretty easy so far. Okay. I say that, and of course now we have some steps to do, but that's okay. I start off slow. So here's my x. So if I want to get x by itself, remember you always want to move any other numbers away from x to the other side. So because I have a +2, I'm going to do -2 on both sides. And if it helps, because I know a lot of y'all do this, which is fine, if you want to draw your line still, you can. Just don't forget my symbol right here. So it's like the equal sign, but it's different. So it just looks different, but I can solve it the same way. Okay, so those go away. I bring down my x, that didn't change. I want to make sure and rewrite my symbol. And I do 6 minus 2 is 4. So look, I have x by itself, and I can graph this. So I have 4 right here. Oh, and actually, if you look at my answer, that is number 1. Okay, so we already did this. But my inequality sign is not underlined, so it's an open circle, and greater than goes to the right. And that's my answer. Number 6. Okay. If you want, I've seen people do this, which is totally fine. Because x is on the right and I have no x over here, I can go ahead and mirror it now if you want to. Okay, you don't have to. I can still solve it like this and then do the mirror at the end. You don't even have to switch it if you don't want to. So whichever way is easier for you, do that. So let's say I do this first. I want x by itself. So again, I have +7, so I'm going to do -7 from both sides. Those become 0, so they go away. I carry my x down, my symbol stays the same, and -3 minus 7, -10. And x is by itself, so all I have to do now is graph my answer. So I put -10 on there. My symbol is underlined, so it's in closed circle, and x is less than would go left. Okay, and that's it for that one. All right. Ooh. Okay, number 10. Wow, it's a 10. Number 7 has a 10. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, okay, if it stops shaking. So I want to get x by itself, so I need to move the 10 to the other side. So because it's a 10 and there's no negative, that makes it positive. So if you want to, if it helps, you can do like a plus in the front, that's fine. So if it's plus 10 or positive, I would make it a -10 or -10, it's the same thing. So I carry my x down, take my symbol down, and then -14 minus 10, -24. Okay, now I just got to graph that, so I can put that anywhere I want. My symbol is not underlined, so it's an open circle, and less than would go left. And that's my answer. Okay, number 8. Okay, I want to get x by itself again. So look, this one has a negative or -8, so the negative's there. So because it's minus, I'm going to do +8 on both sides. Okay, I do 14 plus 8, I get 22. Bring down my symbol, bring down my x. Okay, and now, so see, I can wait. So like up here, I can flip it at the beginning, or down here, I can wait until the end. And now I can flip it over, do my little mirror thing, whatever you want to call it. That way I can graph it a little easier. So I have 22, I just write it down somewhere. My symbol is underlined, so I have a closed circle, and greater than goes to the right. And I'm done. All right, last two. Number 9. So again, I want to get x, so I have to move my number away. So because it's -11, I do +11 on both sides. Bring down the x, bring down the sign, so I have x greater than -9. So same thing as 11 minus 9, you get 2. And x is on the left, so I can go ahead and just graph this pretty easily. Okay, so my symbol is not underlined, so open circle, and greater than goes to the right. And my last one. Okay, again, want to get x by itself, so -1, I want to move it, becomes +1. -17 plus 1 is -16. Bring down the symbol and the x. Okay. So if you don't need to flip it, like you already know, if x is on the right, that's just backwards, right? If you think of it like that, you can. So I put 16. My symbol is underlined, so it's a closed circle. And since x is less than, I'm going to go left. Okay. And in case you need to, you can always do this. And so you can see right here that's going this way. All right. So that's it for the first page, and the end of this video. I'll have other videos for the other pages.